So, what if previous Apple Watch leaks were sort of real and got very small technicalities wrong? Because yes, you could say that some of the old leaks from the Apple Watch were circling back, but this time they're kind of different. We have more details on Apple's foldable iPhone or iPad, but there's still a long way to go. And Samsung might be working on a dedicated chip for the Galaxy S series after all, but wait till you hear what's going to happen with the Exynos. I'm Jaime Rivera, and don't worry, nobody is going to lose their eyebrows for this leak, or we hope. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Vivo and their latest flagship. Earlier today, they've finally released the Vivo X80 Pro, and there's a couple of interesting new features with this one. Getting the specs out of the way, it brings a 6.78-inch 1440p OLED display running at 120Hz. It's powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, up to 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, and the 4700 mAh battery that supports 80-watt fast charging. You get a quad-camera array with a 50-megapixel main sensor, 48-megapixel ultra-wide, and 2 telephoto lenses, including an 8-megapixel periscopic lens. Probably the most notable feature here is that it has a much larger in-display fingerprint sensor than what we typically get from every other phone. Here, you don't have to align your thumb to get it to unlock, and it can also register your fingerprint in a single press instead of the Touch ID process, where you have to be tapping on it for like 5 minutes. It'll be released in multiple countries. Our review unit is already here, and you bet I'm excited because that 70 Pro last year was probably one of the best camera phones. Let's hope that's not the last piece of official news we get for the following week, because it has been kind of dry. But anyways, let's discuss some Samsung rumors. A couple of weeks or even months ago, we talked about how Samsung could ditch the Exynos chip and develop another one that could be exclusive to their Galaxy smartphones. Now we have a new tweet from Ice Universe where he mentions that the company is planning a processor dedicated for Galaxy phones, but of course there's a catch. It would happen until the Galaxy S25, which was coming in, 2025? Yes, we're still about 3 years away, and if you're confused on how this would be different from Exynos, well, these would be catered specifically to the Galaxy S series as opposed to Exynos chips, which are used by other companies like Motorola and even sometimes Xiaomi. It would be Samsung's version of Apple Silicon to a certain degree, and I hope it actually is as good, because I mean, it's not like if they can't do some variant of the current Exynos with the same purpose. Speaking of things that are not necessarily coming soon, let's talk about Cupertino and the company's rumored Foldable as we get some trusted sources talking about it. On a new tweet, Ming Chi Kuo mentions that they're testing an e-ink electronic paper display for future foldable devices, cover screen, and tablet-like applications. Kuo says that this colored EDP has the potential to become a mainstream solution for foldable devices, cover screens, as the technology has some excellent power-saving capabilities, and we know that. And we're not entirely sure on if these two reports are related, but a previous note from Kuo claimed that Apple is planning to launch a 9-inch foldable that sits between the iPhone and the iPad, but we'd be getting the unit until sometime in 2025. This means that we could be getting a device that resembles the Z Fold, at least with the medium to large form factor with an external cover display, but we still have to wait and see what happens. Problem with e-paper is it's not fast, so I wonder if that's the reason why we have to wait so long. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's keep talking about Apple and move on to the Apple Watch Series 8 and old reports that are starting to circle back in a more logical way. I mean, recently all of the leaks have been on the new sensors and features, but let's talk design. We have some new tweets from Shrimp Apple Pro where his sources claim that there is a flat front display for the Apple Watch in the works. Apparently, there's a high chance that this is the front glass that Apple is bringing to the next Apple Watch. Though he hasn't heard anything on the housing design or which model this could be for. It could be for the active model, who knows? He then added that this flat display is believed to be ready for mass production very soon, along with the front glass of the iPhone 14 models. For those of you who are still skeptical of this design, this is the same source that spotted the island punch hole this year, though we still have to confirm that one, and also claimed that the Apple Watch could even be rounder last year and not flat. flat. And guess who ended up getting that one right? And it's the reason why we're giving it so much importance. We also got a video from John Prosser going through the leaks where he also suggested that this flat edge design could be destined for any of these 3 new models we're getting. Listen, in today's question, I mean, would a flat Apple Watch make any sense for you in any way? Because honestly, I want a round Apple Watch. Like, I don't really care if they remove the curves or whatever. I want a new form factor, and I also want better fitness capabilities. Like, for me, it's more about that than anything, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me not make any promises. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.